From the stand chair at Center K5, the home team presents coverage of the Verizon Wireless Volleyball Challenge. First up for the 6th-ranked Hawaii Rainbow Wahine, the San Diego State Aztecs of the Mountain West Conference. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Leahy along with Chris McLaughlin. San Diego State is familiar in many ways. One, when they were in the WAC, Hawaii played them every year. Two, they have Dietrich Collins as their head coach. Dietrich Collins in 1982 and 1983, two-time All-America. She was the player of the year. She was the Broderick Award winner. Well, she's back. This is the 3rd time that she has coached a Division I team. Before this, UNLV and also Cornell. Now she's at San Diego State. Very pleasant to meet with her again, but she's the kind of coach that knows a lot of things, and she's going to try to use her wiles tonight on the University of Hawaii. Both of these teams come in to this particular match at 5-1.
Yeah, Dietrich's very happy with their start so far. She thinks that this team has a lot of potential. They're just outside that top 25 rankings, and she thinks they could surprise the Wahine. Let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game, brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. Live well, be well, thrive. Well, tonight it's all about lineups for the Aztecs. They've got a veteran lineup, 5 returnees, and then 2 very good freshmen to go along with them. And they've been playing very, very well. And for the Rainbow Wahine, it could be a new lineup. Alexis Forsyth, the middle, the 6'3" middle that was out of the tournament last week with a bad thumb, practiced this week. She may be inserted in the lineup, and Dave Shoji may toy around with the outsides, who struggled last weekend, except for Kanani Danielson, who never seems to struggle.
No, she's one of those very special players. When we come back, we'll get things underway. San Diego State and the return of Dietrich Collins against the University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine, both at 5-1. Starting lineups are sponsored by Hawaiian Tel Federal Credit Union, where membership is open to all island residents. Pelemar, you belong. This is how San Diego State will line up tonight. The outside hitters, there are 3 of them: Paige Pearson, Kylie Sexton, and Reagan Shelton. The middle blockers are Andrea Hanisch, Lauren Salisbury. The setter is Jana Fauch, and the libero is Christy Jackal. San Diego State is coached by former Hawaii great Dietrich Collins Parker. There she is, Dietrich Collins, who 2-time All-America, winner of the Broderick Award for the best female college athlete in the country. That's in 82-83. Those banners up there, national championships, very much because of her and her teammates, of course. For Hawaii, this is the way they will line up. 2 outside hitters, Kanani Danielson and Chantil Satele. The defensive specialist is Emily Maeda. The middle blocker is Brittany Hewitt and also Emily Hartung. The setter is Danny Mafua, and the libero is Elizabeth Ka'aihui. Hawaii is coached by Dave Shoji in his 36th year, 120 and 177, his overall record. Right back in a moment. This is the 40th meeting overall. Hawaii leads the series 35-4. And they have just overwhelmed San Diego in meeting after meeting. But San Diego State comes in here, and they have some victories. They just came off a Pac-10 win over Arizona State. And they also have defeated Cincinnati, an excellent volleyball team. Their only loss is to Utah State of the WAC. Here's the referees. Up on the pedestal is Denise Hansen. Wayne Lee is on the floor. Greg Detweiler is one of the linesmen, and the other is Tamura, Dean Tamura. We're underway. Serving was Maeda. Ball is hit over by Pearson. There's Wahine. And the ball tapped down by Mafua. But that's going to be a point for San Diego State. Could have been a net violation. Into the net. That's Salisbury. So Hawaii will serve tied at 1 in the first set. Serving will be Ka'aihui. That ball is dug up. There's Ka'aihui setting up Mafua. And Danielson with her first attempt. That goes over rather easily.
One of the first things you notice about this team is that unlike USC, where there were 10 players over 6'2", this San Diego State team has 4 players over 6 feet, and that's about it. None of them over 6'2".
Fouts, that ball is hit over that time by Oropeza. Just came into the game. Hawaii returns it nicely. Danielson credited. And Hawaii leading 3-1 in the very early going of the first set. Ka'aihui continues to serve. The ball is chased down by Fouch. Hawaii will return it. Danielson took something off. Right there is Shelton with the return. Ball is hit over and blocked that time. Hawaii trying to get the point through Brittany Hewitt.
Hanish in the middle there, right there, got most of that block, knows how to celebrate as well.
2 serving 3, Hanish serving. Danielson, Mafua, back to Danielson, over the double block, saved by Hanish. Shelton tried to help her out, couldn't do it. So double hit. Point for Hawaii. They lead 4-2, and Mafua will go back to serve. Ball comes over. Dug up. Kept alive by Hewitt. Mafua. Ball hit over by Maeda. Back set. Salisbury hits it long. Salisbury leading 5-2.
Salisbury just coming off a huge win against Seattle, where she hit 591.
Fouch sets up Shelton, and Shelton pounds it to the floor that time.
Reagan Shelton, who just made all-tournament at the Arizona State tournament, had 20 kills against ASU.
Serving is Oropeza. Ball hit over and down, and that time by Satele.
Oh, what a set from Mafua that time. That very, very difficult pass was put up about the 10-foot line. Mafua ran out to the 10-foot line and put up a beauty.
Danielson serving. Outside it goes. The ball is put over and down by Salisbury. So Hawaii leading by 2.
Salisbury's their kind of their marquee player. She's 2-time All-Mountain West, and she's picked for All-Mountain West again this year.
Shelton serving. Danielson, Mafua. Ball slapped over, and then that'll be returned. Right there was Jackals with the serve. Near the net. Ball put over and saved again on a rolling dig by Danielson, and 4 hits called on Hawaii. Weber the last to make contact. Now 6-5, Hawaii by 1.
Mafua actually touched the ball right before that, so this ball right here had to go over, and Mafua was yelling to Chantil, "Get it over!"
Mafua, Weber knocks down Jackal.
Oh, what a difference a week makes when Weber's got to face a block that is not 6'4" and 6'5", but instead 6 feet and 5'10".
Hewitt serving for Hawaii. And they set up Sexton. And Sexton, one of the big hitters for San Diego State, comes through there. Hawaii leading 7-6. Satelli, block back. Ka'aihui, Mafua, and hitting the ball over his Hartong.
That all happened much too fast for the Aztec defense. Hartong got up very quickly. Mafua recognized that the defense for San Diego is in a bit of disarray, so she set the quick one in the middle.
Satelli serves right into the net.
I asked Chantil what she does when she struggles with her jump serve. She says, hits another jump serve. She doesn't have a backup. She loves just staying with the jump serve.
Serving is Fouch, chased down by Mafua. Ball is hit over by Weber. That'll be returned by San Diego State. Fouch back set and hitting the ball down that time is a Pearson.
Hit out of bounds, did Pearson. Father, a football player at Oklahoma State at one time.
Maeda to serve 9-7. Hawaii leading in the first set. That ball chased down by Fouch. Hit over by Sexton. Sexton just inside the 3-meter line that time for San Diego State. And it's 9-8, Hawaii leading.
Sexton was the MVP last week. And the 09 kill leader at 2.7 per set.
Satelli. Satelli hit that right into the block and it kind of wiggled around and finally went to the terror flags. Here's Ka'aihui, 10 serving 8. Ball dug up by Sexton. Ball is hit over by Shelton, but not far, because right there with a fine block was Hewitt. Hawaii leading by 3.
One of those block assists, 44 block assists by Hewitt. Amazing.
Ka'aihui continues to serve. They work at the Shelton. That's off the block, rolls along the tape. Saved by Danielson. Danielson gets the hit and just kind of hits it off the fingertips of the double block, and it works. And Hawaii leading now by 4. So Ka'aihui will continue to serve. Gets it in. That ball is shanked to the side that time by Hanish. 13-8. San Diego State calls the timeout. Hawaii with their first blitz of this match. This health report is sponsored by HMSA, working for a healthier Hawaii. All players healthy on both teams, and we continue. 13-8. Hawaii leading, and Ka'aihui continuing to serve. Sexton, Fouch, that's blocked by Hewitt. Sexton gets it over, dug up by Ka'aihui. Mafua works it to Danielson.
Well, that was a good 1-2-3. Ka'aihui laying herself out on the floor, popping it up. Mafua with a great delivery of the set on the outside to Danielson, and Danielson putting a little extra heat on that one.
Ka'aihui serving, dug up by Jackals. Hit over by Shelton. Maeda is there. Mafua goes to Danielson, takes something off. Diving dig at that time by Shelton. Getting the ball over is Jackals. Mafua on that step-out move goes to Hewitt. And Hewitt had the on-ramp to the freeway. 15-8 in favor of Hawaii. And Ka'aihui making a habit of serving here. The ball dug up by Jackals. Here's Shelton. That's dug up by Satelli. Ball is hit off the block by Danielson. Danielson going crazy here.
Danielson right now with 5 kills and 7 tries, yet to make an error.
6 serves in a row here by Ka'aihui. As soon as I say that.
Nice jinx, Leahy. Nice jinx.
Puts it into the net.